You know, this would be a good place to do that flour spray. It's just a little extra coat for releasing. And it's so buttery, the puff pastry, it doesn't even matter that much. Okay, I'm gonna move this little guy. Move this in. Now, I'm gonna put the little puff pastries in here. Hello, it's getting thick. Turn this down a little bit. All right, I think it's about there. I like gas better than this little guy, but okay, that's about there. Just don't even pay attention to those little bit of brown that's not burnt. It's just a little bit of rustic charm to the custard. It won't, it's gonna be so delicious, but if I was paying attention, that wouldn't have happened. You see, it's nice and that's about right. So I'm gonna turn this off and set this over here. Now, when this is kind of a nice little tip. When you do your, you set your custard over here, so it doesn't, you want it to cool down before you scoop it in to your deal. So you like cool down a little more than this probably, but you don't want it to form a skim on top. So I put a little bit of plastic right on the very top of the custard. There you go. And that'll stop the air from doing, you won't waste one little bit of the custard when you start scooping in your tarts, because that's a nice little tip. So put that over. I'm going to set it right here. We'll let that cool down. Alrighty. Now, you're going to be jealous when you see this. This is the best set of rings. You know how you have like a zillion applications for cutting cookie cutters and rings? This, I usually, well, you've seen my biscuit cutters. I usually get like 3 or 4 cutters in a deal. This is like 12 sizes. And for this one, the big ring, it's perfect for a full-size cupcake. So I'm just going to cut a few just to show you how you do this. And we'll just, I'll probably have to oopsie. Okay. So we're going to put them like so. Now with this, you can, you know, with the egg whites, if you want to, when you're doing puff pastry or any kind of pie that has a liquid type filling, you could take your egg white and brush, actually I'll do it, I'll just show you. I haven't whisked this up, but this will give you, oh well, I'll finish these guys off. We'll just do a few, just to show you. Put them in their tin. Okay, this kind of random. These little guys are for the small mini muffin, but they work quite well with any of it. So I'm just going to push them in. I would fill this whole thing up, but for time, I'm going to just do a few of them. You want a little bit sticking up, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Whoops, I want to be a little bit more perfect than that, but just pop her in, boom, 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 boom. There you go. Okay. So if you want to avoid, this will, it does a little membrane. You can put a little bit of, not necessary, but it's kind of a little insurance. It gives a membrane between the custard, and you can do it with meat pie or any kind of a liquid thing that goes into a pie application, and it won't soak into your crust. So you won't have a soggy bottom. You know, like in pumpkin pie? Good trick. You don't want that bottom crust to, you want it to behave. Okay, so this custard is probably not cool enough to be scooped in, but we could use it. I have some left over from this morning, so I'm going, You know what I forgot to do here, and I'll show you how to do it right now. I'm supposed to pull out this. You know, that sweet and savory would be taken to a different level if someone got a big chunk of lemon rind. But you know, leave these aside, because when they cool down, you just suck the custard off it. It's really worth it.